All right, day 27. Remember I talked about how money is an amplifier, and however you feel about it is amplified the more of it that you get? So now let me drop a bomb on you. People think that money makes them secure, but the reality is that the more money you have, the less secure you really are. The less that you realize that money provides security. People who don't have money think that having money will provide security in their life. People who wield a ton of money realize that money itself doesn't provide any security at all. In fact, the more money that you wield, the less secure you are, because you don't have any ability to keep all those balls in the air. For example, look at people like Elon Musk. The guy has a whole big pile of money. And yet, if one of his companies was to fail, there is absolutely nothing that he personally could do to stop it. See, if you were just really playing small and you have like a really tiny company maybe, and your company were to fail and it would have cost you a couple of $1,000, well, you could always work a little bit of extra time and make up that couple of $1,000. When you're playing the game at the multi-million or billion-dollar level, there is absolutely, positively nothing that you can do. World events mean something to you at that wealth level. So it's really funny when people talk to me about how they want money so that they can feel more secure. The more money that you have, the less secure you'll actually be, because you'll have a whole heck of a lot more stuff riding on the fact that everything is just sort of churning along in the way that you made a plan for it to do that. Katharina and I are looking at homes right now, and some of the homes we're looking at are in the $5 to $20 million range. Okay, it's just a number. Right now, we pay $1,600 a month in rent. High? Not really. We live in Hawaii. It's actually really good. If we were to get into one of those homes, our rent bill would go, or our mortgage would go up to $12,000 to $15,000 a month. Now, if I was to lose my job or something right now, or something were to happen that was to crip our income, I could make another plan very rapidly and have a lot of options open to me to create the roughly $3,500 per month that we need in order to live. However, when we're living in a beautiful cliff house with a mortgage payment in the 5-figure range, the number of options that I have goes down, not up. It goes down because I need to create a much larger amount of money. So there's a comparatively fewer number of ways that I can create it. The more money you have, the more faith that you have to have in order to remain sane. The more faith that you have to have in order to remain calm. Because the less in control you are. I believe that money is a very, very spiritual thing. People tend to think of it as dollars and cents. They tend to think of it as numbers on a spreadsheet. But the fact is that controlling large amounts of resources in this world is really more of a stewardship thing. People talk about getting rich, but you're never really rich. You're merely stewarding a certain amount of resources. You are controlling a piece of the economy. And we talked about before, when you earn money, somebody else is spending money. And when you spend money, somebody else is earning money. Imagine money like a river. It flows. And some people have really deep rivers. And some people have little streams. And some people have little trickles. Money comes in from somewhere else and it goes out to somewhere else. And for people who have money coming in large sums, they also have money going out in large sums. And that's just the nature of how it works. And so the people who have money coming in and going out in much larger quantities have to have a tremendous amount of faith that it's going to continue coming in and that it's going to continue going out. Because the consequences of it stopping are something that you wouldn't be able to mitigate with your own intelligence or hard work. If Elon Musk's car company or space company was to fail, was to have some catastrophic event, there's no way that he could go work a regular job and come up with the multi-millions of dollars necessary in order to save it. He just has to have faith that it's going to keep coming in. He has to have faith that the thing which he is stewarding is a good thing. This is a cornerstone of my life, and it's one of the ways that I've been able to be very successful with money, is because I don't really view it as mine. I just view myself as the protector of it while it's passing through me. It's a huge distinction, because people who just want to accumulate it and not let it go have an unhealthy relationship because they think it's theirs. They think that for some reason they deserve it. I don't believe that anybody deserves money. Money is just an abstract concept. And if you want to control more of it, then figure out how to control more of it. But don't worry that you're not going to have enough of it. And if you ever do start worrying that you're not going to have enough of it, just look back at your entire life and realize that you've made it this far and you haven't starved to death. And that's really the first step. Because after that, that's when you can start to have greater faith and steward a greater number of resources. All right, that's what I have for this evening, so have a good night.